Hi there, hi there. Oh, I'm so glad that you came to the video. So this video is really all about highlighting this week's Black-owned business that we are doing every single week. All right, so we just moved over to a brand new YouTube channel. So if you are a service or an individual, or you just, you have something special that you want to share, we definitely want to highlight it, okay? You might know me, Christy Chase, through Focused on Community, educating and informing the Black community about resources and grants and classes and all that through fraternal benefit societies. Well, completely separate from that, I run this channel. So if you have a Black-owned business or you know of one that you want people to know about, please reach out to me personally so that I can learn more about it and I can highlight it, because this is going out to a lot of people so that you have exposure. Okay, so we want to make sure people know about you and your business. You're an important resource for Black and white communities, for every community, really. Why shouldn't everybody in every community throughout the country support you in your business? We need more people, especially people that look like me, to really be aware of the fact that it's important to support Black-owned businesses. So that's what we are going to do. In this video, I want to share with you an individual. He is a personal trainer, and his name is Derrick Nowlin. I want to tell you his story, which is so incredible. It's just an amazing story. And he also has a really amazing offer, and I'm so excited to share that with you. So just do me a favor. I just would love to, ask you out of respect, please, for all of the Black-owned companies and the Black-owned businesses and everything that we are going to be highlighting here, do me a favor and stay to the end of the video. You might hate it, but it's so important. If you could just give me, a like, a thumbs up, and subscribe to the channel even. It'll kind of tell YouTube that the topic is important. Okay, so let me get to Derrick. I'm so excited to talk about him. So Derrick grew up in Northern Virginia. He was this kid that was really tiny. He was chronically ill when he was a kid. He was like the smallest in his family. He was picked on so much. He decided as a very, very young kid, he was never going to let that happen to him again. He was not going to get bullied. And he's like, I'm going to learn how to fight. And I mean, we're talking about like 11, 12 years old. He set out on a path to become stronger, healthier, more knowledgeable. He'd be out in the park, looking at books about martial arts and stuff, and kicking and punching and learning how to do it. I mean, it was just amazing what he did as a kid. And I mean, he would get up when the rest of the kids were sleeping in on a Saturday morning. He'd go down and start kicking and practicing at 6 a.m. at the park just to practice his martial arts. He was in love with it. And his childhood hero was the martial artist Jim Kelly. Now, he was a huge Bruce Lee fan, okay? All things martial arts, all things Bruce Lee. And amazingly, he has lived his whole life really sharing and letting people know about the teachings of Bruce Lee and just, really using your mind and using the logic and get away safely. But when Derrick saw Jim Kelly on the screen doing what he wanted to do, now I'm talking about like back in the 70s, right? But that first time he saw Jim Kelly, he was just mesmerized. Jim Kelly was in Enter the Dragon, 3 the Hard Way, Black Belt Jones. But Derrick said, I've never seen anybody be able to do something like that. Somebody who looked like him, somebody who he could draw from and go, this is what I want to do. For the first time ever, he thought, I can really do this. So I was just thinking about where his mind was as a kid, just being able to identify that and say, there's this Black man on a screen. I didn't think that was possible. So it's just amazing to me that he was so beyond his years in thinking and processing and understanding, the culture around that, just absolutely incredible. So he was training in martial arts, but while he was doing that, he started focusing on like physical fitness. You need to have the stamina as well as the strength to train for martial arts. He also started like telling people like, hey, let me help you with that. Hey, let me show you how to do that. So he started training other people as he was pretty young. He's been doing this for quite a while. Derrick still trains people all over the country, from the little lady next door, the Girl Scouts, sororities, all the way up to training the police, martial artists, even MMA fighters. I mean, he's really no joke. But it's really neat the people he's trained with, either as a friend, just maybe lending some help to, or just to keep himself motivated. What's really crazy is that so many of the people he actually became friendly at one point in time with Billy Blanks. Now, that was before Tae Bo was a thing. It was way back. He walked down the street and he turned around and he looked up, and all of a sudden there was Billy Blanks' studio. And so he walked in and ended up talking to Billy, and they ended up training together and in the studio. And And Billy gave Derrick a place to kind of work out. He also trained a bit with Guru Dan Inosanto, who was Bruce Lee's best friend, and he was in the movies with him. He still is in California to date in the Inosanto Academy, and a lot of people have come through it, and so Derrick went through that. But a lot of people he could call friends that also had these really amazing dreams, just like he did. And a lot of them went on to also be people that you recognize. He used to work out and train in the gym, just working out together with Dave Bautista, even before Dave went to wrestling camp. Also, Bobby Lee, who is Derrick's closest friend, former editor of Men's Fitness magazine, the owner of Kensho Fitness, the premier exclusive private training studio in Laguna Beach, California. Also, he worked out with pro bodybuilder Don Long. Also, Beverly Hills, Santa Monica master trainer, Ray Velasquez. One of Derrick's best friends for well over 30 years is Steve Park. Steve and Derrick were introduced actually in college because a bunch of people knew both of them. They were like, you guys are the two most Prince-obsessed people that everybody knew. And that passion and the obsession exists to this day. Steve, he went on to become Prince's photographer and artistic director for over 13 years. Now, Steve designed many of Prince's albums. The artwork that's on the albums, he's made a huge name for himself in the industry. In fact, I think he's just recently been on a book tour doing a book about Prince in photos. So just incredible. Now, for a short while, Derrick did do acting, some small part acting in LA. You know, he did some television shows in the 90s. You could probably catch a quick little 10-second glimpse of him in New Jack City. It's really, really cool that he's got that kind of a background. So as if martial arts and acting wasn't enough, Derrick's true passion and talent is for writing. He's a published writer. He actually wrote for Men's Fitness magazine. He is also a quoted source for a lot of different people. He's been highlighted in local newspapers. So he has written short stories, plays, tons of poetry. In fact, he's even written and self-published a poetry coffee table book. As a matter of fact, I will post it down below, the PDF to it, if you'd like to have a copy of it. It's unbelievably beautiful. He has studied under amazing people when it comes to writing as well, such as the great Black American playwright, Steve Carter. And they actually went on to become friends many years after that. But it's really neat. Also, you know, the number of people in his life who've become famous, you know, that he's just met, or, you know, in some unexpected ways even. In fact, his favorite actor is James Earl Jones, and he actually had an opportunity. One time he met James. It was so cool. And of course, he's met Prince and several people actually in Prince's band. Rhonda Smith, and whenever she would come into town, he was her personal trainer. The late Senator John Warner, who used to refer to Derrick as Coach. My gosh, so many other people. Anyway, right now, Derrick is working on some amazing projects. He stays near his original stomping grounds in Northern Virginia, so he can be near his 88-year-old mom, as well as his 15-year-old son. Derrick has an incredible personal training company. What started out as a way to be safe has become an asset to him and to his clients, who can do personal training in the comfort of their house or in a park or on vacation or anywhere they are or anywhere that they go. He just decided so long ago, he said, being strong and being healthy should be a way of life. It should be easily accessible and it should be affordable, which I think is absolutely amazing. I personally have been blessed to be trained by Derrick both for personal training as well as for self-defense, because he does a lot of women's self-defense workshops and stuff like that, which has just been incredible. Let me tell you what, though. He is not some rah, overboard kind of guy when it comes to working out, but he is definitely no pushover. You know, he kicks my butt every single time, and he motivates me definitely more than I can motivate myself. So having him guide me and train me, you know, even though we're like on the phone, on video chat, you know, remotely, I still get really amazing results. You know, it's just as good as it is in person. Recently, he just did that with Jenny Jones. I think that she's still on the radio. You know, I mean, it's just incredible who he connects with, and he remotely trains all these people. And not only is he amazing, you know, with what he can do for working out and just helping you have good results, knowing what to do if you have a particular health or injury history is incredible. Like if you have some kind of a background with like your back has been hurt, or you had a car accident, or your knee has problems, or you're a diabetic, or you have some, you know, major health issue, he will research it if he doesn't already know it. Anyway, listen, if you're in need of just moving your body, you know, getting up off your butt, getting up off the couch. You just need that motivation. You need that push. Somebody to just hold you accountable. You need to improve your cardio. You need to change your health due to an injury or due to some serious health complications. You need to get off medications or something like that. Or you just want to be healthier. I really, really encourage you. Give Derrick a call. Reach out to him. Decide for yourself if you even like him. Talk to him about what he can do for you. Just let him know that you're interested. Now, here's absolutely the best part. Here's the offer that he has made just for you. He's doing a special this month, and it's this month only, the month of February. If you're interested in training with him, you can do it by session or by month or by package. Whichever way is perfectly fine. But if you make an upfront commitment for his 20 sessions package, he's going to give you a $300 savings. And that's for this month only. He ordinarily charges $75 an hour or a session. He drops it down to $65 an hour or per session when he does his packages. But if you're getting this video and you're hearing this through me and you're interested in lifting up and supporting Black-owned businesses, he's going to drop it down to $50 per session for you. No future promises, just 20 sessions. That's just a 20 session deal this month. You don't have to make a future commitment if you want to do that, or you might want to down the road. But you're going to get that $300 saving. Trust me, that is a deal. Even if you don't want that 20 session special, he might have other specials for you. He can certainly tell you about. Just keep in mind, this right here is all about lifting up and supporting Black-owned business. All right. Don't forget, if you have a Black-owned business, and you'd like to bring awareness to others about it, reach out to me directly. Listen, if people don't know you exist, you're a secret. Don't be a secret. Let's get it out there. Let's make sure people know. Let's get it out there. As many Black-owned or Black-run businesses, companies, individuals, anything that's special that you have to offer the world. Let's get it out there. Let's make sure people know about it. In all seriousness, people who look like me should be your customer. And we should all be out there promoting and supporting Black-owned companies. Isn't it time that we do that? I think so. Anyway, thank you so much for watching the video to the end if you're here. And thank you for letting me share about Derrick Nowlin's amazing story. Please go ahead now. Reach out to Derrick. Get one of those packages so you can save a ton of money. Start your fitness journey. He's going to help you a lot, whichever way you want to go. Okay. There's absolutely no pressure though. And again, his number will be below so you can send him a text message or a call, and there will be a form just so you can fill it out, and that way he'll call you. All right. So once again, I'm Christy Chase, and this here is the Black-owned business highlight. Be well, my friend.